Ms. Reinhardt, you are recognized.
I don't want anyone to think that we as an organization we are not in favor of reserve studies or reserves being fully funded. In fact, we support fully that the idea of waiving reserves should not be permitted any longer in the state of Florida. What we're here to stress to you all is the time frame by which you want these community associations to comply with what has been set forth is unrealistic. And every meeting that I go to, and I've done a lot of budget meetings this last year, I walk out the door and they say, I have to put my unit on the market. I can't afford to live here anymore. And this is before they've gotten their structural integrity reserve study. They know what's coming. You know, we're gearing up for it. So it is a big shift because it's now being mandated and required, and this will be law. This is law. But you would be surprised how many associations have gone out independently, not being required to do so, to get reserve studies and to use them and to follow them and to fund their reserves and to do the right thing. So there are those communities that have already done this, and they've done it for years without being required to do it because it was the right thing to do.
What I'm hearing, what we're hearing, is in order for your condo owners to comply with SB 4D, there's a timeline issue, and there's a reserve, and you all have issues with the reserve study provisions.
Yes, there was never such a thing as a structural integrity reserve. That's new with this bill. There was always reserve studies that were done throughout the state. They would use that, I like to call it our roadmap, on what we have to take care of and what are we forecasted that we have to address and what do we have to make sure that the funds are readily available. And with that study is a funding recommendation. Funding reserve studies are really good. That's excellent. We are supportive of that. But we have to give these communities the time to get there based on the costs that they are facing today.
You've been honest with us. As far as if you're speaking for your membership, talking to us bluntly, do you all feel like SB 4D will increase your costs?
Absolutely.
Do you have an idea about?
I don't, because every building is different. There are buildings that have already funded reserves. There are buildings that have waived reserves for 40 years. How can they get caught up in 2 years?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you.